We're out here, Pennsylvania, at Rouse Creek Off-Road Park. We're in the F-150. We got my boy Zach with the 4Runner TRD Pro. Behind us is Jorge with his Titan Pro 4X. Both of their trucks, very capable. This, one-wheel drive. We're gonna see what happens. So if you're wondering what it's like to take a rear-wheel drive vehicle to a 4x4 off-road park, then this video is for you. Now, for those of you saying, why on earth would you get a two-wheel drive truck or SUV? And to that I say, let me get a challenge, man. Let me make my life a little bit more difficult. Especially if you're gonna go off-roading and you're taking your two-wheel drive truck or SUV, guys, you are going in on the hardest difficulty. You're going in on legendary mode. Meanwhile, those of you with four-wheel drive, turn a little knob and it's a walk in the park for you. For the rest of us two-wheel gang, it's all about driver skill, all about learning your truck and just figuring out all that technique stuff, guys. Much more difficult. Now, this is my buddy Jorge, who has a very beautiful Nissan Titan Pro 4X. As you guys can see, heavily modified, large wheels, large lift, a lot of weight on the rear end, and those rock sliders look beautiful. This is my other buddy Zach, who has a Toyota 4Runner TRD Off-Road. He as well has a lift and bigger tires, so this man has set himself up for success. Me, on the other hand, I have a level truck. I have 2-inch front strut spacers and a 2.5-inch rear block. But I did upgrade my wheels to the OEM's 20-inch, which I think helped me out in getting a little bit more clearance, and wider wheels gave me a bit more traction. But that's about it. Clearance was still an issue as a lot of these rocks were poking out a lot, and my eBay side steps took a heavy beating throughout this entire adventure. So a bit about Rouse Creek Off-Road Park is that it has a ton of trails ranging from the easy blue and green trails down to the yellow and red, more difficult trails, all of which is marked on the maps that they provide you with. Now, they do also have campsites, which is pretty cool. Unfortunately, we got there a little late, so we didn't get to go on as many trails, but we still had a blast. The other downside was they do force you to get their membership, which was $130 a piece, but it does last the entire year, so we do have plans on coming back. Okay, so F-150 has been performing a lot better than I thought until we get to this part. But look at them, man. Look at those trucks, boy. This, on the other hand, yeah, it's not happening. This ain't happening. No way. No, I think he's already in 4. So you put it in reverse. Oh. More left, right there. Keep going. More left. No, straighten out. Left. Right there. Straight. Whew. Spin them. Guys, this is insane. Absolutely insane. The truck is overheating. That's the downside. But we're clearing it as we go. I took a rock, took a chunk of my side step. It actually bent it up where I couldn't open my door, but it's good now. Just bent it in place. But guys, Whew. Doing work. We're doing work. And overheating it was.
Ain't no way, bruh. Ain't no way.
So the little F-150 has been proving itself in hanging out with the 4x4s, but now we get to the tougher part, guys. We are going uphill, going on that incline, and with just some momentum, guys, the two-wheel drive can handle it, no problem. Of course, you do have to just find that right driving line that gets you the most grip, and it doesn't hurt to have a heavy foot. As you guys can see, a little bit of wheel spin, but she gets up, no issue. So just a little bit after we go up that incline, we encounter another uphill. This one was a little bit different as it did have a banking part, but on the right side it did have a bunch of big rocks that I really wanted to avoid. Initially I just tried to gun it, but just all the leaves and just kicking up dirt, we were struggling there. And after 2 or 3 attempts, I ended up getting out of the truck, walking it, and I found the better line to take, and we get up it no problem. So after the 3rd attempt, I end up stepping out of the truck and just walking it myself and discussing with Zach what's the best line. We end up deciding to hug that driver's side banking angle as hard as I can, and we do it. So at this point, I am just sweating bullets because I have no idea what's to come next. I've already had a few close encounters, too close for comfort. It's up until we get to this part where it is just all uphill. And of course, two-wheel drive and uphill, not the best. Of course, the truck is doing it just fine up until we get to this part of the course. I decided to walk it and see what kind of line the 4Runner is taking, and off the bat, just by what the 4Runner had to do, I knew my truck was not going to make it, but we still decided to give it a go.
Alright. We'll just guide you, man. We can try.
Yeah.
If you feel too uncomfortable, bro, we can stop.
I'm already uncomfortable. So after multiple attempts, I am starting to lose morale and confidence, guys. It was hitting hard as we kept trying and trying, attempt after attempt, but barely progressed or got to the same checkpoint. Eventually, they did come up with the genius idea to just back up and just do a full send and gun it. Now that idea would work as momentum is what would get me up this hill. Downside is there are big rocks on either side and in the middle of the trail. Me doing a full send, I would run the risk of breaking or smacking something against the truck and just damaging something, knowing my luck. So that wasn't going to really work, and we ended up pulling out the traction boards. That helped and got me to the start of the curve to where it begins to turn, but that's about it. I end up throwing the towel once we get to that point because the truck just kept trying and trying. We ended up having the 4Runner pull me out. This was the one and only time where the truck had to get pulled out of a situation in the 5 hours of driving the course. So the uphill portion proved itself to be quite a challenge for me and the F-150. As we all know, uphills and mud are just not the best combination for two-wheel drive, but still the truck did pull through, only having to get pulled out once. This next part, we ended up going through some mud, and the truck surprised me as it pulled through some deep mud. F-150 got stuck in mud, deep mud, and somehow pulled out. I don't know what's going on, but damn, this is wild. That's also wild. Yeah! It's a lot harder than I thought. So that section you just saw the 4Runner do, I wasn't clearly thinking, and I decided to take a different line because 1, I thought mud was going to be an issue and not grab traction, and 2, there were some big rocks up ahead that I thought were going to get in the way. So I took a dumb line.
That's good.
So the whole reason I was trying to aim for that area was because it looked dry and it seemed like where I would grab the most traction. Unfortunately, I wasn't thinking that it is a bit of an incline, and going uphill on mud just doesn't make sense. It's already bad enough that you have to go uphill, but when it's muddy too, it's not gonna fly. So that was kind of my dumb error of going this way. I should have just kept it straight.
Don't go. Try to go a little straighter now, not so much into the right. Ow, fuck, that hurt. Killing off this fucking thing. Hold on. Okay. That wasn't terrible. He does have traction on there, right? Alright, back up. Go up back a little bit more. Alright, now go passenger. Okay. Go. Alright. Yeah, just go like that. Kick it. There you go. Alright, stop and then go. Right? Yep. Can you go a little bit driver? Yeah. Back up and do it again. You're close, man. Alright, that's good, that's good. Don't go too much. Driver. Alright, now kick it into gear, bro. You got it. Woo! Keep going! You gotta keep going, man.
the truck did do it, but I was an idiot. I should have just kept it straight. I don't know why I was trying to go for those dry areas. I could have saved us a lot of time and a lot of effort and stress from the truck if I had just kept it straight, but that mud and those rocks up there really deterred me from going that way. But the truck did it in the end. This truck has earned the title tie. Two. It's a 4x2. You can kind of see it. Can you off-road a two-wheel drive vehicle? You absolutely can. Hell, you can off-road anything with enough speed, but of course it is going to be that much more challenging than those who are equipped with 4x4, as driver mod plays a massive role when it comes to this. You need to know what angle and approach to take. You need to know what to avoid and how to avoid it on the course. You need to know how your truck or SUV is going to react in certain positions or on certain terrains. It's just a lot more thinking, guys. A lot more detail goes into it, but for me, I think that just adds more fun to the whole aspect of off-roading. Now, this truck surpassed my expectations the entire day, as I thought I was going to have to get pulled out every left and right corner, but the truck went in under its own power and left under its own power. Now, those of you who are thinking about taking your two-wheel drive out to an off-road trail, or just go off-road in general, I highly recommend you do it. Go out and explore. Just make sure you have somebody out there who has 4x4.